So, my unemployed friend JD hit up me and my unemployed friend Ryan and was like, y'all trying to go to Puerto Rico for a week? No plan, no context, just straight tropical vibes and nothing else. A random side quest appearing out of nowhere. And before I even had time to process the question, Ryan had already sent a GIF indicating that he was in with no concern for the side quest details. As for me, well, I'm also unemployed, so it's kind of just my obligation to accept any side quest that comes my way. I'm in. And I'm not about to miss out on the XP boost that's going to come from this. So, I got in the pilot seat and flew us there. Oh, that's awkward. As soon as we got off the plane, we picked up our rental car and went to the gas station, because this thing's tank was empty. Psh, you really thought.
I'm gonna get 35 liters.
0.8.
35 liters, and then later we're gonna jump 35 meters.
That's like 120
We're just gonna throw
feet.
$30 in it and call it a day. Because I'm American, I don't know what liters are. What pump is this, guys?
No, it's pump Nuevo. Nueva?
Nuevo.
Nueve.
After filling our tank with liters of gas, we drove to the most tropical place we could find.
He's getting sprayed right now.
Something I learned while I was here, it's very common to see wild horses in Puerto Rico. They're gonna wake us up in the morning. This next segment is brought to you by me 4 days into our trip because I didn't record an Airbnb tour on the first day. After the little house tour, we're gonna resume back to day one. All right, let me show you what the living situation looks like here. Our house is literally a shipping container. This thing is awesome. It just looks so beautiful. Great landscaping. Got a cool porch. Give you a little container tour real quick. JD's eating a banana. Walk in. It's a little messy because we've been here for a couple days. Got a bedroom here, the bathroom, a bedroom here, and the house tour's done. You can literally do an entire house tour from standing in this one spot. Bedroom, bathroom, bedroom, JD, living room. Kitchen. That is the kitchen. And then the best part of all. This is the thing I was looking forward to the most. There's a horse. Her name is Luna, but we renamed her to Nytherion, Destroyer of Galaxies, because that's way cooler. She'll walk over, just give her a sec. Nytherion, come on. There's no way this is the one time she doesn't walk over, bro. Nytherion. Yes. Yes, she's coming. Where is my favorite horse? Is she going to you? Oh no. This is my favorite horse in the whole wide world. You would never believe she destroys galaxies.
She literally destroyed one this morning.
All right, now back to where we left off. Our first time seeing our Airbnb and our first time meeting Nytherion. Nytherion! I've been waiting to meet you. I've been waiting a long time for this night. He was trying to bite your arm hairs off. Hello, testing. This is a sound test with the $5 TikTok shop mic. Now you see me? Now you don't. But you can still hear me. Crazy, ain't it? About to do a little startup with the Bursa. That was so quiet. We quickly learned that Puerto Rico is one of those places with roads where every time you pass a car, it feels like a near-death experience.
Oh my god. There's no way. There's just no way. There's just no way.
Business does a semi-truck have on this road, bro.
The camera does not do it justice, but I've seen drive-through lanes with more room to breathe than some of the corners on this road. And somehow, it's still labeled as a two-way road. Like, this is the average size of one lane in Florida.
Oh, look at all of them. It's the secret life of pets, bro. Look at that. They're all having a meeting.
While we drive down this road, I'll fill you in on some of our objectives for this vacation. Number 1, go cliff jumping. Number 2, rip a coconut out of a tree and chug it. And number 3, speak fluent Spanish by the end of the week. Alright, now we're getting to the part that really makes us look like brain dead tourists. It's a little embarrassing, so try your best not to judge us too harshly.
There's no. This is not for two cars.
Dude, this is. Alright.
If there's another car coming, they have to wait for me.
Are we even gonna make it back up this?
Are you sure we can even
You can tell these guys immediately recognized the major mistake we just made. It's so steep, bro. What? I just don't know how much I trust this car to get up that wet, slippery wall. Like, that's not even a road, bro. That's a wall. Anyways, we decided we'd deal with it later and started walking towards what we came here for, a potential cliff jumping spot. But when we saw a group of people heading in the direction we came from, we got a little bit rational and decided we might as well follow behind them and try to get our car up the hill while there's still some people here who may be able to help.
I tried, like, I backed up all the way to here, and I'm telling you, like, I had a bicycle car.
Okay.
This thing was crap. And then I just gunned it and barely made it. Otherwise, I guess the tow truck.
Yeah, that'll be great.
No, we don't want to do that. We don't got service to call a tow truck.
I know,
We'd
that's
have,
what
we'd have to
happened.
go up there and tell them.
Do you guys give rides? Do you give a ride? Ride?
Yeah.
Up there?
Yeah.
Can I have a ride? Yeah.
Yeah, we're cooked.
Try to go
Look,
backwards.
They have a tow truck service right there.
Oh my
they know
gosh,
what's
bro. This is a nightmare situation. Lucky for us, there were two guys here who were willing to help us out. But unlucky for us, it's only the first day of our vacation, so we're not fluent in Spanish yet.
You don't drive there, pero inténtalo ver, pero patinas que.
Since the car is front wheel drive, our best option was to try to reverse it up the hill. But without enough momentum, this 1.6 liter 4-cylinder just wasn't gonna work. Nope. So we tried it again with more momentum, but it was the same story.
Keep going. There's so many ways this can go wrong, because even if I get up, I could blow the transmission on this. We don't want to total our rental car either.
On the third attempt, we made it further than we did the first two times.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going. You're good, you're good, you're good.
But it still just wasn't enough. But then one of the Spanish guys clutched up like he was Tyrese Halliburton in this last playoff season.
Pedal. Easy, amigo.
With his hands, he was showing Ryan exactly what he needs to do with the gas and the brake pedal to get up the hill. With his foot on the brake, push down on the gas pedal, and slowly let off the brake and slowly let the car move backwards.
Go. Easy.
And without a doubt, this technique saved us and allowed us to get all the way up the hill.
Muchos gracias. The crazy and no 300 for the car for the tourists and the mucho.
Alright, thank you. Gracias. Dude, so clutch, bro. For real. We gave those guys a hefty tip, too. They had signs for a tow truck service all over the place, and it said $300, so they just saved us a bunch of money. We found the spot at the top of the hill that we probably should have parked at to begin with, and made our way back to the cliff. This is literally Minecraft in real life. That's a Minecraft cave. But since the water was so murky and it was getting late, we did not get a chance to properly check the water or send any jumps. However, we did come back to this same spot later in the week, and it was a different story. So stay tuned. Also, we had to drive back home on the sketchy road when it was dark outside.
Oh, that's a turn right there.
Why are her chomps so loud? Sir, can I get a few words? I need to get in the zone, man. I'm so bad at talking to the camera in moments when I need to. And it always means I gotta do more voiceovers, and it just makes my life a lot harder when I'm editing my YouTube videos. So, it's a beautiful morning here in Puerto Rico. We're at the Airbnb, and we're about to go to some cliffs in a place called Arecibo. The plan is to jump off of them. Hopefully the water isn't too... Nitherion's over there being the coolest horse in the world and whatnot. There's probably more to talk about. I just can't think of anything right now. All right, this time I'm literally putting the microphone in there. After we parked, we began our hike to the cliffs we planned on jumping off of, but we ran into a bit of a roadblock. Yeah, don't step any further.
I'll go straight down. Oh my gosh.
That's where we're going. We're gonna jump off of this one. Don't get your hopes up. The water turned out to be way more dangerous than we expected. So we made the smart decision to live another day. However, we got to check something else off our bucket list. How is it?
It tastes underripe.
But it turned out that the issue wasn't the coconut. It was the fact that Ryan doesn't even know what coconut water tastes like.
Is that what coconut water tastes like?
JD, on the other hand, literally owns stock in a coconut water company.
Bro, that tastes like just fresh coconut water.
Coconut water review?
Tastes like coconut water. Then Ryan came up with something new to add to his bucket list. A palm flip on a palm tree, which took longer than he'd like to admit. But he got it done.
Bro, it's so crazy to me that there's just wild dogs everywhere here.
Alright, we came here to cliff jump into water, but it's not working out, so we're still cliff jumping. But we're just not gonna hit the water. Yeah, the waves here are just fine. There actually is waves in the sand.
This is the living room. This is where we watch TV. Down here, this is the garage. This is where we park our horses. This is the kitchen.
It's a nice place you got here.
Thank you. And this is the patio. Just goes right out into the jungle.
Since those cliffs weren't jumpable, we went to check out a nearby waterfall. But just like earlier, we ran into a roadblock. Alright, so we're in search of a waterfall right now. We just went on quite the hike to get here. And then we reached a dead end right here. Dude, imagine like you ain't paying attention and you just keep walking. This is the second time this has happened today, where we're walking a trail and all of a sudden there's just a massive cliff going like straight downwards with no warning signs. So we went on the search for a different trail and found what we could only hope to be the right one. Walking this trail was arguably worse than dealing with getting the car up the hill yesterday. The entire trail was in knee-deep water over slippery and wobbly rocks, and we all had backpacks full of electronics on us, which made everything 10 times more stressful. Okay, how long do you think that walk took?
That was like an hour-long walk. No, that was like 30 minutes.
We'll call it 45.
That's how my grandparents got to school.
I couldn't even film that because I had
couldn't either.
to have both hands on standby for whenever I tripped or slipped. Anyways, we're at the waterfall now. The plan was to jump from the top of this waterfall, which would have been such a cool and beautiful spot to jump from, but unfortunately we did not have a clear landing zone under the water. However, I'm about to send the first cliff jump into water of this trip. Cliff jumping or not, after the long journey it took for us to get here, we were not leaving until we felt like we had our fun. Bro, what? I just turned around and Ryan's... Bro.
Not sure how I just got here, but I just spawned at the first floor of this waterfall. Look at this.
Dude, Ryan's even higher now, bro. From here, it looks like that's impossible to stand on.
Bro, how is this structure like nature and not man-made? Do you see this? There's just a perfect arch right here.
These shoes were perfectly fine when Ryan gave them to me, but in the span of about one day, okay, so there's my big toe there. Other shoe, even worse, I'd argue. It's only a matter of time until this entire shoe just like opens up. All right, we're making our way back down, and we're gonna try to get out of here, and I think we're gonna try one more waterfall. I think I see something right now. Tell me that don't look like a trail right there. I literally knew it, bro. Look at that. Tell me that's not a path right there. It just opens up. Like all that grass looks like it was cut. I've never been so happy to predict something correctly because A, we wanted nothing to do with walking the trail that brought us to the waterfall. And B, just look at this place. There's a whole cow over here. Look at him. This is the most wild cow I've ever seen. Once we finished climbing the extremely steep road, we got in our car to climb some more super steep roads.
Pedal to the floor. Oh my. We made it.
And later arrived at our last hope for cliff jumping today, which of course did not end up working out. But I wasn't upset about it at all, because we had this instead.
Do a double backflip. Oh! He actually did it.
Hey, you gotta get revenge on that side flip. This cliff was almost good enough to jump.
Too shallow.
Too shallow, but barely too shallow. JD is in a putting wet socks on in water type situation right now.
Y'all just missed the craziest thing ever. I picked up a coconut and there was a shrimp in it. Coconut shrimp. And he jumped
Wait,
out.
coconut shrimp?
A shrimp was just in the coconut. I literally look inside and there's just a shrimp sitting there and he jumps out.
That's actually the freshest coconut shrimp. Muy rápido.
I thought that was a horse for a second, but it's a shopping cart.
Walmart.
Dude, I literally have this exact balloon in the spare bedroom at our house. I literally found this thing floating around my neighborhood like a year ago, and it still has not lost any air. This thing is indestructible. Hey, what do we got here?
Eggs, cheese, beef.
Eggs, cheese, beef, avocado. Hold up.
We're gonna have to stand by for mine.
A little bit of hot sauce. That's what we call a meal right there. Delicioso.
Beef, 3 eggs, avocado, onion, cheese, salt, and pepper. Hold up, I'm gonna add another thing to this.
A continuación tenemos un pollo asado entero. Ryan's update is here.
Woo! That bagel's too hot, hang on. Please stand by. And it's, I think, a honey bagel. It's like sweet.
Así que voy a seguir adelante y comer eso ahora. Look how thick this chicken sandwich is. Watch, Nitherion's a very social horse. I'll walk right up to the railing. She'll walk right up to me. Nithyrion! Hi, girl! Good morning! This morning, Nithyrion was in a silly, goofy mood and was doing silly, goofy horse things, like eating the grass. I find it funny looking when they eat the grass. Putting her head through the fence, and that one noise they make. Name me a better horse. You just can't do it. You know, sometimes you accidentally press the red square instead of the red circle. And this was just one of those times. Our first stop of the day was a palm tree we spotted on the side of the road, in the perfect spot to grab a couple coconuts, because we were a little dehydrated.
Chug, 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 chug.
So tropical. What should I do now? We got all the coconuts. This is all we're gonna drink tonight. And JD's got more.
Uno más.
When I said this is all we're gonna drink today, I wasn't joking. Over the next 2 days, coconuts actually became our primary source of water. After we had gathered a trunk load of coconuts, we started moving in the direction of the cliffs we wanted to jump yesterday. And on the way, we saw the Christopher Columbus statue, which is taller than the Statue of Liberty. Pretty cool.
No, pero. Siéntete, pero.
It's kind of sad how often you'll just see a dead dog on the street. At home, that don't fly. Seeing dead dogs at home, it's a whole tragedy. Here, it's just another Tuesday. We're back at the Arecibo Cliffs. We're hoping that the waves will chill out. It's starting to rain on the bright side. I bought new water shoes from Walmart. I don't trust them very much. They were like $7. I'm usually a pretty optimistic guy, but I do not think we're gonna be cliff jumping here at all during this trip. Kind of the reason we came to Puerto Rico. So. Oh! Oh my
gosh. We cannot cliff jump when the waves are like this. I don't care if you're Michael Phelps, you're not swimming against that.
There's not many things I enjoy watching more than giant waves crashing against cliffs. So that's what I did, as JD was over there pulling spines out of his foot after stepping on a cactus. This dude cannot catch a break. But watching the waves from the top of the cliff wasn't intense enough for me. I wanted to get right up close to the action. Big mistake. Please learn from my mistake and never do this.
It's a beautiful day to just sit down and relax, watch the waves. Maybe I should get a little closer, huh?
No, Dylan, you should probably do anything except for that.
I'm about to get hit so hard. Oh, I think I see the one. I think I see it coming.
Oh, ready for this? This wave right here. I'm calling it. This one is gonna get us.
Oh, here it is! Ah! I gotta get out of here, bro.
Just for you to get a perspective on what a gnarly ride I went on. See, this is before the wave hit. Do you see me? No, you don't. And this is the exact same angle after the wave hit. The camera angle didn't change one bit, except now I'm completely in frame.
Are my pants ripped?
Yes.
I did not expect it to be that heavy. Look at my arm, bro.
Oh, you got scraped up from the waves?
Oh yeah, look. My leg, my finger.
Show your arm.
In case any part of anybody still wanted a cliff jump, I think that situation showed us exactly why we shouldn't even consider it. So we packed it up and drove to the other coast, hoping to jump there. But since there's no cliffs on the other coast, we had a different idea. We saw some people on YouTube jumping off of this tower, so we figured surely this will be our chance. But security did not think so.
It's almost been 3 full days. Every day, all day, we've been out scouting out cliffs, waterfalls, stuff to jump off of. Not even a single one has worked out for us yet.
Even though we were disappointed, we hadn't given up all hope yet because we still had tomorrow. So stay tuned.
Finally cracked this open. Taste test. Coconut meat. It feels weird saying meat. All right, here's a piece. It has that coconut taste to it.
Oh, ew. Why is it?
I know it's flimsy, but ignore that, okay?
What the-
Ignore that. Just eat it.
Ignore that?
Yeah, just eat it, bro. It tastes like coconut.
It does taste like coconut.
It's like coconut. It's good.
It's like a spongy coconut.
Who would have thought? Coconut tastes like coconut. Earlier at the beach, JD found these absolute monster coconuts. But we found out that cracking these bad boys open is 100 times harder than the ones we've been used to.
Dude, these things are so strong.
But when this guy saw us carrying them out of our trunk, he offered to open them up for us with his machete. We also had a lot in common as he lived in Tampa, Florida for 14 years.
What do you like more, here or Tampa?
There's nothing better than a home. Take me to a beach prettier than this one.
Oh, I agree. What do I do now to...
All you gotta do is poke it right. I got you.
Oh,
There you go.
He's a pro. This is awesome.
He asked if we had any more in the trunk and proceeded to open up JD's coconut flawlessly.
But this one.
Oh man, that looks good. Thank you.
Huge shout out to this guy because I don't think we were getting these open on our own.
Is that the best one you've had so far?
Aren't they like really
It's so much sweeter. It's a little hot. That's perfect for drinking. It doesn't get any more tropical than this. I climbed up on this tower to watch the sunset, but there's no sunset. However, look at the beautiful rainbow up there. The ambulance in the sky. You probably can't see that very well in the video, but there's just an ambulance on a giant pole 20 feet in the air.
Why the long face?
Name a better vibe. We got beef and egg and cheese and avocado.
Avocado.
We got beef, avocado, chips, cheese, a little bit of hot sauce. I mean, Ryan's doing it the best.
I got a coconut that we picked and I cracked myself. Inside the coconut, some Greek yogurt, peanut butter, raspberry jelly, cinnamon, a banana, some dried coconut, and some almonds and some honey.
And then the best of all, top it all off, we watching some Outdoor Boys.
And then this was my breakfast the next morning. Just figured I'd share that with y'all.
Alright. This time we're literally putting the mic in the exhaust. And I'm just gonna walk away.
Oh, wait, it fell out.
Listen to her purr. And there's a covenant in the sky. Today's gonna be a good day.
I didn't really film much throughout the first half of the day, except for this shopping mall, which made us feel like we were right back in America, this audio castle truck, which reminded us we're still in Puerto Rico, and this perro.
No, pero. No, pero.
We figured that if we're gonna have a chance to cliff jump at all during this trip, Charco Azul is gonna be our best bet, aka the place where we got our car stuck on the first day. Don't worry, we learned from our mistake and parked to the top. This time when we arrived there was already a group of people there, including one of the guys that helped us get our car unstuck. Now get ready for the most horrendous, atrocious cliff jumping sesh of my entire life. It all started out with this.
Does it matter how far out you go, or does that matter? How far? Okay.
A chill little gainer to start things off, to which the locals responded,
Gringo, papi.
I'm gonna need some Spanish speakers to help translate what these guys were saying in the comments. All I know is they definitely kept calling us gringos.
Jump, jump.
Ryan was up next, and he did a front half. To which one of the locals responded by doing something that none of us expected.
Oh, what? Oh, dang. Where did he come from?
Mucho gusto. He just did 360 that time.
Ryan told me that I should copy his trick, and I agreed. See, the problem though, was I haven't quite perfected that trick yet. Man, all I wanted was respect from the locals, but clearly, judging by their reaction, my trick was counterproductive.
Oh, yeah.
Right here? Aquí.
JD was up next and did what he does best.
Oh no! You gotta get out of the way.
And I kid you not, I blinked once, and this dude somehow teleported to the top of this cliff in a matter of a second.
Dude, are you kidding me? Dude, who did we meet out here, bro?
All to send us a message and let us know we're in his territory. I think my reaction here speaks for itself.
Are you kidding me? We literally cannot show anyone up out here. That's insane.
And in case you didn't catch it, this dude literally dove like Superman, with one arm above his head and one by his side. I decided that in order to redeem myself, I would do a trick that I'm a little bit more familiar with. Looked like a pretty decent gainer, right? Wrong. Just look at JD's angle.
A little under-rotated.
Absolutely horrible. I need to recalibrate.
And recalibrate I did, after everyone had left, and it was just me, Ryan, and JD. And just so you don't think I'm a total noob who has no idea what I'm doing, look, this is a clip of me doing a gainer back at home. I guess it's just something about being in your own city that makes you feel more comfortable. Because when I got up to the top of the cliff that he did that Superman dive from, I was definitely 10 times more nervous than he was. Also, any experienced cliff jumper knows exactly what amateur mistake I made in my landing right here. A mistake that JD did not make when it was his turn to jump.
Ay, ay, ay!
And then we came up with a fun way to show just how steep this road is.
You can limbo so good on this road.
And as for our bucket list, we could check off drinking from coconuts, about 50 times. I guess we can check off cliff jumping. And as for speaking fluent in Spanish, I don't know. You tell me.
Ven aquí, caballo. Me gustaría despedirme. Nigerian. Un momento. Es nuestro último día aquí. No sé si te volverá ever. Come on, Nigerian. One final pet on the nose. Nigerian. Hey. She don't want to say goodbye. My heart is broken. Por favor, cabello. Uno más adios. What can you do? About to hop on the plane. I'm gonna pet Nigerian one more time. I'm telling you. Caballo, caballo. No. Uno más, please. Luna, 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 Luna. Yes. Dude, all I had to do was call her by her real name. Who would have thought? Yes, Luna, 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 Luna. So bonita. Yes, we have to leave. I'm gonna miss you so much. Just one more hug. All I had to do was call her by her real name.
Luna. That's why I've been doing that. Horse psychology.
Oh. Oh. Goodbye, my long-faced friend.